Did you notice what their slogan is?
Who's that? Biden's?
Yeah.
No.
Finish the job.
Hmm.
You mean finish the exact thing I've been telling you that they've been doing, which is the destruction of our country, step by systematic step, which means for us, turn us full-blown communists. We won't last another 4 years with this plan in place, just so you're all clear. There will be no 2028 because, dude, we only have a short window to get everybody on board with this or we're fucking lose the whole country. What's up?
Oh, what's going on, man? Dude, I got a good show.
Oh, do you?
We got a good show here.
As opposed to the regular shitty shows?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Well, the other ones that are out there.
Yeah.
We're all right.
Yeah,
we only posted good ones.
Hey, you know what? I like the show.
Yeah, no, it's good, man.
It's not for everybody.
It's not. But if it is,
pickies up, motherfucker.
That's it, man.
That's right. Just
That's
like
it.
that.
Yeah, exactly. No, we got a good lineup here, but I wanted to get your take on something important that happened today, and I don't know if I'm sure you saw it at this point. Jerry Springer, bro.
What happened?
He died.
He did?
He died today.
Oh man,
dude. 78, I believe.
Damn,
I think is
what happened to him?
He had cancer, but
Really?
they're saying he died peacefully at home, surrounded by family and loved ones and stuff.
Man.
But dude, this dude, like I'm sure it was for you, but a critical piece in my childhood from the hours of 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Getting out of school.
Yeah, you know, he made a career out of creating that drama, right? And it was entertaining, but like sometimes I often wonder, and that not just because he passed away, and I don't mean this disrespectfully at all, but I almost wonder like how that culture led to what we're dealing with now.
If it can,
it definitely not. If it did, you know, look at what's valued on the internet. What's valued the most? Gossip and controversy. Okay, people fucking love that shit. Well, he started that.
Yeah.
All right. So like
the most trashiest, Hoosierish shit.
Yeah. It's just
that's real, man.
It's just
shit that I definitely should not have been watching.
Listen,
there's
bro,
no doubt about that. Either.
Yeah, I know, but they put it on TV in prime time when you got home from school for a fucking reason.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like, dude, we have to start looking at things through a different lens. You know, like it wasn't an accident that he was on TV when we were fucking kids.
That's real.
I know it is.
That's real, man.
So, that sucks he passed away. Definitely entertaining guy. The show was entertaining. I get it. But like, dude, we as citizens need to start asking ourselves, is the entertainment that we value worth the cost of the damage that it creates long-term in our society? Because when I look at Jerry Springer, it's very similar to what's going on in the internet. You know, nobody's worried about creating value. Like, bro, dude, like, there's girls out there with fucking 30 million followers or 20 million or 10 million that show their fucking tits and ass. I'm out here showing motherfuckers how to actually win, proving shit on how to win, right? You know what I'm saying? It's not valued the same way.
That's an interesting perspective.
Yeah. So like it's just fucking, you know, we got to start looking at things for like, is this good? Is this good? And this is me getting older and more mature, obviously. You know, but like, cause I didn't always think like this, you know, I played right along with all the stuff for a long time. And, I don't know, as I get older and I observe what I can kind of connect the dots as to how some of these things that we're dealing with now came to be real. I start to, you know, I feel part of the reason I do what I do here, and I feel called to do it is because I feel like I bought into it for so long that I don't feel good about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know, man. I think we need to start looking at things for, you know, not only how entertaining is it in the moment, but is this actually a good thing for us? Is it a good thing for our kids? Is it a good thing for the future of our country? And we shouldn't allow short-term trash entertainment that can potentially cause cultural altering things down the road. And I that's how I see that show.
100%. 100%. Dude, it's a very powerful perspective.
And it becomes, you know, I'm not trying to be, because like, look, dude, I'm far from fucking perfect. So I'm not trying to be a judgment of anybody's shit here. But what I am saying is we should at least ask the question.
Yeah.
We should be aware.
If there's anything that these last 3 years have shown us is to be more cautious about that perspective.
Look, man, I see these people, the degenerate nature of society has just become so disgusting to me. You know, like I see Sam Smith on fucking
Yeah.
stage in his fucking underpants with his fucking nipple clips on and like little kids cheering and shit. Dude, that's not okay. That's not okay. You know, and he's one of the biggest performers on the fucking planet. Shit's not okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, dude, we have to do a better fucking job of not letting this propaganda shit of demoralization infect our households and our communities and our children.
That starts with us, man.
It does start with us. It starts with us saying that's fucked up,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And it's not just Sam Smith. It's everywhere, bro. And if you look at mass entertainment, they use that as the main tool to demoralize culture and society. You know, like they got Lizzo, who's, you know, 3.5, 400 pounds.
At least.
Okay. I don't know how tall she is, but she's a big lady, right? Nothing against her. But like when they're promoting this as like the thing and as healthy and as sexy and all this shit, you have to understand what the intention of that is. And I don't think enough people are understanding that yet. They're promoting that. They're promoting that as a good thing. And they're promoting that as a good thing for a reason. What is the reason? And we have to ask ourselves, what is the reason? Why do they promote this? Why are they telling us that being unhealthy is cool? Why are they telling us that being 400 pounds is beautiful when, you know, the natural,
healthy. Yeah.
hold on, the natural selection over the course of humanity has never said that. Okay. So all of a sudden we're just saying this is the new beauty standard. That's not nature, bro. The actual beauty standard is ingrained into our physiology. Men want one thing, women want another thing. Women want protection, safety, stability, fucking masculine energy, and men naturally want feminine energy. And they want a partner that, you know, represents those things. And that's not something that you can like culturally change about a human being because it's in your DNA. Just like a lion and a lioness, they have certain genetic things that cause them to mate. And these are things that they don't think of. And this is in human nature. And that's what I keep saying. Natural order and human nature will always come out on top. Tucker Carlson actually made a good point about this last night. I don't know if you saw his little
it's
post.
Interesting, Andy, because that's actually headline number one.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, let's just get right into it. Yeah, for
okay,
sure. Yeah,
cool.
it's a Tucker Carlson situation.
All right.
Talking about his statement, the video that he released last night.
Well, let me finish my point.
Yeah.
We'll talk about this in a second. But like, you know, in this statement, he said, basically, this shit is so absurd. They know it's absurd. And because it's so absurd, they know it's going to end. And that end is coming. And it's coming fast. And if you're on that side of the fence and you're still believing all this shit, like this propaganda shit, like up is down is up, right is left is right, all this backward shit, and you're not identifying that this is intentional demoralization in a communist manner, this is communist intentional ideological subversion over the course of time. If you haven't identified that, like real talk, like if you think I'm just conspiracy and I'm just alarmist, if you haven't seen that yet, bro, you got a lot of work to do. And you got a lot of catching up to do because we are deep into the ideological subversion and the demoralization of our country. And if it goes much further, we'll lose the whole country and we'll be fucking starving. Look how all the other countries are aligning, bro. They're all aligning with China. And do you think that the United States is going to go be a part of that? We're going to be on the outside. Everybody else is on the fucking inside. And do you think that we're going to prosper with that? The only way that we're going to prosper with that is that if real Americans step the fuck up, okay, and start being real Americans, meaning hardworking, tough, gritty, creative, people that produce. And we get some fucking politicians in there that start believing and making sure that we rely on ourselves here in this country. Because if we keep the way we're going, your fucking kids and all of you listening, they will be fucking slaves. They will have no chance. The reason I fight so hard for this, for everybody, is because I'm a product of the fertile soil that this country is. And I can identify clearly that if things were the way that they are now, it would be much, much more difficult for me to have achieved what I've achieved. And that's not fair to the people coming behind me. It's not fair for me to keep my mouth shut and just allow that to happen because I've been successful. That's not part of my DNA. It's an obligation for those of us who have produced and become successful to protect that soil for the generation coming behind us. And so far, there's only a few of us actually fucking doing it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. I mean, overall, first of all, Amazing.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Fox is taking a big hit, and like one of the last things that that Tucker said. Let me find the end of his statement. Um, we don't have. I didn't put the full video. We'll link it in the. We'll link it online for you guys. But finishing up, Tucker Carlson said, he said, at the same time, quote, at the same time, the liars who have been trying to silence them shrink and they become weaker. That's the iron law of the universe. True things prevail. Where can you still find Americans saying true things? There aren't many places left, but there are some, and that's enough. As long as you can hear the words, there is hope. See you soon. Fox, they're up to almost $800 million in market value loss after his departure. Overall, has your thoughts changed on Tucker? Did the video change anything about how you kind of saw this thing playing out?
You know, I'm kind of in the same spot I was the other day. I still am not sure exactly what the move here, but I am sure of a couple things that I've observed. So I've intentionally continued to watch Fox because I wanted to see how they're going to position themselves after this move. And they're clearly 100% positioning themselves behind DeSantis as the presidential candidate for the Republican Party. That's the first thing I noticed. Monday, the day that Tucker was his first day off, they had DeSantis on one of the shows, and then every single show also talked about him as the leading frontrunner for the Republican Party, which is not true. It's not statistically true.
Not by polls, not by
it's not
public
true.
temperature.
And honestly, like, you know, dude, I gotta be real. Like, I'm not sure what to think. I'm not sure. Like, part of me thinks that they're just trying to remove part of me thinks that they're for sure. This is also another thing I observed. I think the media is now done with Joe Biden and Hunter Biden. And now is going to be the time, like I said, they're going to turn full guns on him. All right. And blast him the fuck out and not allow him to run again. And they're going to put someone in like Michelle Obama. That's my personal opinion. And I could just get that feeling the more and more I watched them, because I watched all the media stuff. I don't watch just one channel. I watch what they're all saying.
As everybody should.
Yeah, everybody's turning on Biden. Everybody. And so the big media machine is now turning on Biden. The good part about how I feel about what's going on is it does seem that these people are super afraid of the elections, which gives me hope, right? Because if they could just cheat, why the fuck would they give a fuck about the elections? They wouldn't. So that gives me some hope. I think what Tucker said is right. I think that people are recognizing the absurdity at a record pace. I think, you know, when you have a bunch of people on a boat, right, and the boat starts to sink, at the very beginning, there's a couple people like, fuck, dude, that little crack right there, I'm getting the fuck off the boat.
Yeah, it's just a few drops.
They get off the boat quick. Yeah. I was one of the people that got off the boat real quick. In fact, I don't know if I was ever even on it. No, I'm being real. I never bought into these people's shit.
Yeah.
And that's on record. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now I think what's happening is, you know, there's enough water in the ship where it's like up to people's knees and they're like, fuck, I gotta get the fuck off. And it seems like everybody, even the people who were during the 2016 to 2020 era where we had like this extreme polarization of far left ideology, like it was the cool thing, right? Mm-hmm. Even those people are very quiet. A lot of those people are converting over. I have a lot of those people in my DMs on a daily basis apologizing, saying, man, I fucking thought you were crazy for this COVID shit. Like I had this dude message me the other day who basically said like, bro, I wish I would have listened to you because now I took this vaccine. I'm having all these problems and I don't know what to do. You know, I felt bad for him, but like at the same time, dude, like, do you think that I would come on here and tell you something that was like, do you think I would come on like I'm that kind of a person to come on a show or anywhere in public and say some shit that I thought wasn't correct about someone's health? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, or make decisions that affect your employees.
Yeah, bro, I wouldn't do that shit.
No.
And if you guys think that about me, you got me pegged the totally wrong way. Like, I don't know why I give so many fucks, but I give a lot of them. And it's sad, dude. It makes me sad to see people like, you know, walking around in fear because they had to take a medicine or walking around in shame because of the way they treated their family. Mm-hmm. Like, it fucking sucks, man.
Yeah.
And like, dude, there's a lot of people out there that are like, fuck those people. Well, like I've said for, the whole time, those people are victims of the most impressive and damaging propaganda play that I think has ever happened in the history of humankind.
On the most amount of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trillions of dollars.
Mass psyop.
Global conspiracy, not a global conspiracy theory, a global conspiracy. Now you have fucking Fauci saying that he didn't shut down schools and didn't shut down businesses, and it was just a recommendation.
Masks aren't effective.
Yeah. Mask probably slow down 10% of the spread, which that's actually 0%.
Yeah.
Not 10%. And remember how people were treating us like about masks? Like I didn't go anywhere for a year and a half, 2 years, bro. I didn't even go anywhere.
No.
Because people were such assholes about it. Because I know myself, like if you lip off to me, I'm gonna have a problem with it. Because I grew up in the fucking era. Joe and I were talking about this just earlier. I grew up in the era where, like, dude, if you lipped off to someone, you got punched in the fucking mouth.
Yeah.
And I ain't never grown out of that.
Or you knew that was a consequence.
That's right.
Yeah.
And like, dude, I can't handle that kind of shit. It's just not where I come from or how I'm built. Like you yell at me about a mask, I might punch you in the fucking face. And I realize that's not a good thing for me.
Right.
So I just stay the fuck home. You know what I'm saying? And
it's called maturity, Andy.
Well, but real talk, bro. I went through probably one of the hardest mental times of my life during that time because I had no socialization. And like, think of these kids, bro, who were in school for 2 fucking years, or out of school for 2 years. And then when they went, like, they have speech problems and they're 2 grades behind now where they learn. Like, this was all intentional. By the way, that's intentional. They want your kids to be fucking stupid. Dude, it's just like, how do you not see? If you can't see it by now, bro, like you're really either willfully ignorant or you're just a straight up, and I mean this with utmost respect, dumb motherfucker. And like, there is some dumb motherfuckers out there. There's just dumb people.
Yeah.
Like, or you're so attached to your being right that you're willing to die for like what you think is right when it's wrong. And like, that's a fatal attitude because if you can't recognize your mistakes, eventually they'll kill you. So, I know this. I got a fucking lot of far left family members and shit that used to talk a lot of shit to me. I haven't heard a motherfucking word from any of them. Mm-hmm. They're shutting the fuck up now, as you should. Because I try to fucking tell you guys. You guys fucking made fun of me and giggled at me and talk shit and make all these smart remarks. Who's fucking laughing now? I told you this was coming. And what I also told you was coming was that if we don't fucking recognize that we are being divided by identity politics into many different groups, and we don't recognize that we're all Americans and we should all take care of each other, we're going to get conquered by another country. So there's that.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like we have been so safe and so secure here for so long.
It's been so comfortable.
I know.
Yeah.
And people don't think that you can lose. And this is how businesses lose every day. Businesses lose every day because they think they're so big that they can't fucking fail. And people have that attitude with the country now. They have this attitude that we are still this badass fucking, red, white, and blue fucking badass military machine. And that might be true with you. You might think that. But if you look at the data, strategic oil reserves are at an all-time low. Fucking shit ton of our military, a big amount of it is in fucking Europe right now, given away. Mm-hmm. Okay. They weeded out all the non-compliant soldiers out of the military.
Which typically also were the fucking guys who
patriots.
Yeah.
Okay. They weeded out all the fucking police officers out of the police for this vaccine. Like you're not recognizing what they're setting us up for. We have tens of thousands of Chinese military age males crossing the border right now. Nobody's even talking about it. All right. No one's talking about every single country aligning with China. Like, where do you think this is going? This is not going to any place that's going to benefit any of you listening to the show. Any of you. And like, bro, the fact that you won't speak out about it, the fact that you won't share the show, the fact that you won't get behind the message, that's enabling this to happen. Real talk. So, been saying it for years, we better wake the fuck up.
Yeah. Guys, that was headline number 1. Let's move right along to headline number 2. This is an interesting story. I'm not sure if you caught this, Andy. This headline reads, former Fugees rapper Pras Michel found guilty of colluding with China in clandestine foreign influence campaign scheme. Have you been read into this? Have you seen a little bit of this? This shit's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. So A federal court in Washington found rapper Pras Michel, former artist for the Fugees, guilty on Wednesday of colluding with the Chinese government. Quote, the Grammy-winning artist and former member of the Fugees faced multiple counts over the failed conspiracy to help Malaysian businessman Zhao Lo and the Chinese government gain access to U.S. officials, including former presidents Barack Obama and Donald Trump. Now, of course, CNN would love to play that, but it's not what you think. Just stay with me. So Mitchell now faces up to 20 years in prison after being found guilty of conspiracy to defraud the United States, witness tampering, and acting as an unregistered agent of a foreign government. Mitchell remained largely silent throughout the proceedings on Wednesday. His attorney, David Kenner, said the case will be appealed and called the verdict disappointing. Quote, we are extremely disappointed in the result, but are very, very confident in the ultimate outcome of this case, Kenner told reporters. Quote, if we do move to a sentencing hearing, I remain very confident we will certainly appeal this case. This is not over. So prosecutors had alleged that Mitchell funneled $800,000 that Lowe paid to him in 2012 to get a picture with former President Barack Obama. Mitchell gave the money to Obama's campaigns through a series of straw donors, as Breitbart News reported. Federal prosecutors say that Mitchell distributed up to $21.6 million of Lowe's money to some 20 straw donors who then donated the money to Obama. The straw donors were U.S. citizens employed to make the donations to shield the fact that the money actually came illegally from a foreign donor. Mitchell is alleged to have been paid $70 million by Lowe to effect the donation scheme and other services he provided. Mitchell has been charged with 11 criminal counts of trying to influence the Obama and Trump administrations. Now, how does Trump come into this play? Of course, he tried to deny it. He said that the money, he got the money from Lowe, but he never followed Lowe's directions. Trump comes into the play because, according to CNN, Lowe approached Mitchell again in 2017 when former President Trump's administration began investigating his role in billions of dollars being embezzled from 1MBD, the Malaysian Sovereign Wealth Fund. According to the prosecutors, Lowe directed over $100 million to Mitchell to help push the government, including Trump, to drop its investigation into Lowe, CNN noted. Prosecutors also say Mitchell advocated for the extradition of a Chinese dissident, Gu Wengu, on behalf of the Chinese government. Of course, Trump administration did not play ball. Just make that very, very clear. And I'm sure CNN would have loved to fucking testify on that, but didn't happen. But CNN's even covering this. Everybody's covering it. It's kind of crazy. You got any thoughts on this? Because you've been alluding to like a Michelle Obama run. This could probably fuck it up because it's verified that Obama took the money.
The question isn't what this man did. It's how many more people just like him are doing the same thing.
Are out there. Yeah. How many other foreign donors?
This is, by the way, this is not prison type stuff. This is execution type stuff. Okay. This is traitor. This is acting in the interests of a foreign government to subvert our election process and our rules about keeping our, and by the way, when did all this crazy shit start? Who started it for real? Obama. Mm-hmm. Okay. And it's gotten worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And, you know, in my opinion, anybody who does these kind of things where they serve a foreign interest, they should be executed. That's immediately. You're a traitor.
Yeah.
You're a traitor to your own country and your own people. And I don't have any fucking sympathy for people like that. That's the whole entire problem with our country right now. We have people who are fucking doing shit like this. And I guarantee you, this is the same shit that they're doing with a bunch of different celebrities in a bunch of different ways to gain influence over our government. And if you look at what's going on, and then you look at what's happened with Hunter Biden, and you look at what's happened with Joe Biden and the alleged hundreds of millions of dollars that they have been paid through pay for influence schemes. And then you look at the border being open and you see tens of thousands of Chinese military age males coming across the border, or the prison dumps of all the third world countries coming across the border, or the inflation of our dollar intentionally, or the draining of our strategic oil reserves, the removal of our weapons, it should be very clear to you. And the demoralization with the media of all this crazy shit that we all know doesn't make any fucking sense.
The race division.
The fucking racial division, the sexualization of children, the fucking, the attempted normalization of pedophilia, which I can tell you motherfuckers ain't going to happen. We're going to put you in a fucking wood chipper, bro. Okay? That's really going to happen. You keep pushing, that's what's going to happen. All right? Pedophilia will never be normalized in this country. It will never be okay. You will never fucking make it minor attracted people. You will never fucking do it. Because if it comes to it, there's communities that will protect their fucking children. Okay? So this is very dangerous shit they're pushing. And it's not dangerous for us. It's dangerous for them. So when you look at everything in this story and you look at what's going on, it should be very clear to everybody that we are under the influence and, in my opinion, occupied by people that represent a government and interests that are not of the American people. That's what's going on. And this is just more evidence of that. How many other fucking celebrities? This is a fucking B-list celebrity, C-list celebrity.
I'm going to say, this is actually like C-list.
Okay, look, dude. The Fugees were cool in 1997 when I was in fucking graduating high school. And by the way, I loved them. I listened to everything they fucking did. I fucking thought they were badass. They had their own sound. Lauryn Hill was the fucking hottest shit that was ever there was. And I was a fan of their shit. Okay. Like, I'm not disrespecting him as an artist. They did great stuff. But that was 20 something fucking years ago, bro. 25 years ago. Okay. Now think what they're doing with the big celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
Think what they're doing with all the motherfuckers that went to Epstein's Island. Like, bro, this is just a fucking sand granule of the beach that we have going on of this corruption. And so
that's my question. Like, how did this start? Like, you think about somebody like this guy. How did it come about? How did they get this guy to start fucking moving hundreds of millions of dollars?
Where do you think his pressure point was?
Probably money.
That's
I would
correct.
assume.
That's everybody's pressure point.
Yeah, it's money.
Okay, you're a celebrity who's gone down the fucking tubes.
Your time has passed. Since what?
What happens when celebrities lose their celebrity and they become people who from the past? Are they still wealthy? Usually not. So I'm sure the pressure point here was money, and everybody has different ones. The whole Epstein thing, everybody thinks, oh, it's just some big child trafficking. No, it's not that. That is a blackmail operation to gain control over some of the most powerful people in the world. It's not just human trafficking. Like, that's bad enough. It is that, but it's also this other thing. And that's what, people are failing to connect all these dots. When they do, man, shit's going to get weird. But in my opinion, dude, traitors don't deserve to go to prison. They deserve to be removed from the planet.
No, what? So they can eat 3 square meals off the fucking taxpayer?
And we pay for it?
And we pay for it.
How much money you already cost us?
No. I'm down with it. I say put that shit on pay-per-view.
I agree. See, dude, if I was running shit, things would be a lot different, dude. Because I would really do that. Like, I would really fucking do that. Like, I would really take violent criminals and I would fucking start a fucking pay-per-view program exactly like Jake Paul going on TV and doing his fight. I'd start my own independent thing. And it would be executing violent criminals that rape people, kill people, fucking molest kids, pedophilia, all this shit. And every dollar that each one made, I would donate to their fucking families. That's what I would do. And I would legitimately do it. It's not some bullshit like.
It sounds fucking
No,
awesome,
I would do
dude.
it. It just solves the problem, bro. It sets an example for why you shouldn't do these things. Okay. The families get some sort of retribution. They get public symbolic retribution. Okay. That motherfucker paid the price for what he did to my kids or what he did to me or how he hurt my family or irreparably damaged my existence on this planet. Fuck these people. All right, dude, there's an element of society in our fucking country that should not be tolerated. And violence and fucking kid shit are the two things. All right. And we'll look at dude, this shit is ruining lives. It's like I said, what's the most racist thing going on right now? The most racist thing going on right now is the left denying the fact that the inner city black people are killing each other at a fucking unprecedented rate and acting like it's white people doing it.
Yeah.
That's the biggest racist shit in the world because, dude, they're deflecting from the actual problem that's actually killing black families and trying to blame it for political gain. What could be more racist than that?
Yeah. while also simultaneously
No, that's saying DJ.
not fucking prosecuting.
DJ, they're intentionally doing it.
100%.
Yeah, listen, it's intentional. Look at the prosecutors letting off these violent criminals with no charges or arresting them and letting them go. They're doing, dude, good families. And it doesn't matter if they're black or white or fucking yellow or red. They're fucking good American families are being hurt because of this. And it's being totally brushed under the rug and pretended like it's not happening for political gain. And it works so well that they've now installed prosecutors that will intentionally allow the criminals back on the street because it works so well politically for them.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing more racist than that because people are actually dying from it.
Disproportionate.
Yeah. So like, dude, anybody who's involved in that shit, like in any of it, they have no place in our fucking system. They have no place in America. We are infiltrated. We are occupied. That's my opinion. And something's got to give.
Yeah.
So
this dude goes to jail. This is like death penalty for you, right?
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Because
what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments.
Because an example should be set as to what happens to you when you do things that are against. But like, by the way, this guy's like low on the list of those people that belong in the fucking
for sure
removal process.
For sure.
Like, there's so many people who have decided that their interests and their power are more important than the American people's interests, and they've intentionally damaged our lifestyle. They've damaged our culture. They've ruined our ability to relate to each other and get along. They've intentionally divided us, and they've done this for their own gain for years and years and years and years and years. Those people should not be American citizens. They are acting selfishly. They're not acting for the betterment of the fucking country and the country's people. So like, there's a lot to clean up here, a whole lot.
Yeah.
And dude, all you political candidates out there, you want to really run on a platform that people give a fuck about, go start talking that shit. Because that's what people want.
Mm-hmm.
People want that.
True, man. Well, guys, that was our second headline. It's time for our third and final headline of the show. Headline number 3. Headline number 3 reads, Biden cheat sheet shows he had advanced knowledge of journalist questions. Now, this has been circulating, but we kind of got I got some context here to put a little bit of everything together. And we might need some tinfoil hats later. Just giving you a heads up. So a cheat sheet held by President Biden during a Wednesday press conference revealed that the 80-year-old commander-in-chief had advanced knowledge of a question from a journalist. Quote, how are you, all caps, squaring your, all caps, domestic priorities, like reshoring semiconductor manufacturing, with alliance-based foreign policy? Read a question from Los Angeles Times reporter Courtney Subramanian. The revelation came during a joint press conference with South Korean President Yoon Suk Yeol that discussed growing nuclear threats from North Korea as the nations celebrate the 70th anniversary of their alliance. Another cheat sheet held the names of other Biden administration officials to show the order in which remarks would be delivered at the press conference. Now, this is not the first time Biden's crib notes have been outed by speedy photojournalists, which fuel Republican speculation about his mental acuity. His physician reported the president was in good health in February, but refused to field questions from reporters about his cognitive strength. Now, Andy, you are a world-class speaker. Having some like index cards or notes about what, like, that's okay. You've seen that be done. That's fine. First question for you, is that the same thing?
No.
Is this the same thing?
No, not even close.
What's the difference about it?
Because giving a talk about success or motivation or personal development is not representing my ability to make decisions for our betterment of our people in this country. And this man is clearly unable to do that on the fly. Okay. If he cannot answer legitimate questions on the fly about what he's doing and what's going on, how cognitively healthy can he actually be?
Great answer. I think most would agree with that, right? You have, at the same time, a couple of days before that, Biden, this headline reads, Biden dives back in, announces re-election bid. His long-awaited announcement allows him to begin fundraising 18 months out from the November general election, right? So he's back in the race. And I'm sure everybody has seen the video of his reelection campaign, saying, start off, quote, "When I ran for president 4 years ago, I said we are in for a battle for the soul of America, and we still are," he said in the video, titled Freedom, and filled with images from his visits across the country, touting his legislative accomplishments. Quote, "The question we are facing is whether in the years ahead we have more freedom or less freedom, more rights or fewer. I know what I want the answer to be, and I think you do too," he said. Quote, "This is not a time to be complacent. That's why I'm running for re-election." Now, you mentioned earlier that
more freedom for who?
Well, no, that his answer, we know what his answer is. His answer is less freedom. He didn't say what the answer was. We know what the answer is.
That's correct. These people project.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, but you alluded to earlier, you think they're gonna dump Biden, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you think Big Mike's coming in. Now, I agree with you. I think Big Mike's coming in, but I don't know if they're going to dump him like that. I think they kind of might do a little bit quieter, because if they dump him, there's so many people that are attached to his corruption.
No.
And I say that because the left-leaning media, they're starting to protect him a little bit. You have this headline. This is coming from the Washington Post. This headline reads, "The old guard, Joe Biden, seems like a spring chicken compared to some of these guys." And they start comparing this, and this was written right at the same time as this Q card fast track note was written, right? And they're talking about, and they try to compare him to other world leaders and their ages and their cognitive abilities. Or you look at things like this that came out from the New York Times, Biden's quiet re-election strategy. As Biden starts his campaign, we ask why he doesn't spend more time in the public eye, saying that, hey, listen, quote, "Strange as it may sound, the American government can function without a healthy president." They're already trying to rewrite the narrative.
Yeah.
And then you put that on top of the fact that news conferences, Biden has only had 21 news conferences in his first 2 years of presidency, or 54 interviews in his first 2 years, compared to Trump, who had 202, or even Obama, who had 275.
That doesn't surprise me about Obama, bro.
Oh, he was out it. He was on it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, first of all, he's great at interviews.
Yeah.
He's a charismatic motherfucker, bro. Like that guy.
He's an orator.
That guy gets it. Like he's got skills.
Yeah.
And now he's using those skills in an anti-American agenda.
No doubt.
But it's easy. As far as like his ability to perform that,
yeah.
he's one of the best ever.
No doubt. And then, the whole thing about the canceled presidential primary debates for the DNC. Mm-hmm. They're already cleaning that up.
That's the same thing as keeping him in the basement for
the
whole election.
But they're saying like, hey, listen, he's our incumbent president. There's never debates when we have an incumbent president, right? And even alluding to the presidential, the Republican Party didn't hold any primary debates ahead of the 2020 presidential election, when incumbent Trump easily was again chosen by his party.
That's because there was no doubt as to who was the guy.
Exactly.
There was zero doubt.
But you have this guy whose polls are tanking. Nobody's supporting.
Correct.
And you guys, so are they automatically choosing to side with Joe Biden? Maybe, I don't know if this is 10-4 time, but he dips out. Kamala steps up. Now you have a ticket with Kamala and Michelle.
It's possible, but here's the thing. I am very confident from observing what I've observed that they are going to bury him with this Hunter Biden shit. And I see how I see it a little differently than you see it. How I see it.
You're just racist. That's what that means. Right?
Yeah, I guess so. Whatever they say.
Right.
I am whatever the fuck you say I am.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But here's the deal. If I were to do this, like let's just say I was the one calling the shots, like the strategic shots here, I would be very keenly aware that people have lost trust in the media. People have lost trust in the Democratic Party as a whole. And the way to regain trust is to expose some of the corruption, but not nearly all of it, like 10% of it, right? And I would say, okay, well, here's how we could fix this. Like if we were just talking in a room, this is how I would do it. I would say, look, here's how we could fix it. We could turn on Biden and Hunter, and then we could implicate like the top fucking 15 people with them into their corruption. And by doing so, I'm removing him from the picture. I'm removing his administration from the picture. And I'm able to restore some sort of trust in a new path forward. All right. So what we would do was we would fucking we would put the hammer on Biden and his whole group and call them all corrupt traitors. We'd put them in fucking prison. All right. We'd bring in the new people. The new people would come in, and what they would do is they would call for unity. They would call for peace. They would call for hope. They would call for the same shit that fucking Obama ran on.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of you guys aren't old enough to remember this, but this is what Obama ran on. And he was good at it. And I would call for those things, and then I would blame all the shitty parts of the Democratic Party and the lack of trust in the media and on these key people. And then I would pretend as if we were going to do something different. And then I would get in power and I'll continue to do the same thing. And that's
because it's worked perfectly for them for the last 4 years.
And did you not see? Did you not?
Years.
Did you notice what their slogan is?
Who's that? Biden's?
Yeah.
No.
Finish the job. You mean finish the exact thing I've been telling you that they've been doing, which is the destruction of our fucking country, step by systematic step.
So not change, not improve.
Finish the fucking job.
Right.
Which means for us, turn us full-blown communists. We won't last another 4 years with this fucking plan in place, just so you're all clear. There will be no 2028. There will be no 2028. You have a chance right now to fucking stand the fuck up and find your fucking ball sack and your courage and stand the fuck up and say, this is fucking bullshit. I'm not with it. I'm not supporting it. This is what I'm fucking doing. And say it right now. Because, dude, we only have a short window to get everybody on board with this, or we'll fucking lose the whole country. And it won't be lose the whole country for a little bit. It'll be gone forever. And this generation of kids that are under 20, they'll never understand freedom because they've never experienced it. How do you explain a color to a blind person? Can't do it. Okay? So freedom only exists as long as we preserve it. And right now, we do not have a free society. You guys say, well, when's that coming? It's already here. We're already living in it. You're not understanding. We are told what to fucking watch. We are told what's true, what's not true. When we challenge it or question it, we are told that we are bigots, conspiracy theorists, immoral, wrong, domestic terrorists by our own government. They're not, these people, this is not America anymore. This is a full-blown, legitimate, one-party communist fucking country right now. Right now. And it's going to get much worse. Okay? When we're paying most of our taxes to the government, and people say, well, I only pay 30%. No, you don't, bro. You pay your income tax, yeah, but then you pay sales tax. Then you pay fucking tax to keep your shit. You pay property tax. You pay all these different taxes, bro. And over the course, like when you add up all the money that you have, that adds up to over 50% for almost every single American if they're paying taxes. Okay? That means that you are actually an employee of the federal government, which means you are a fucking slave. It means your job is to go out and work, and whatever you earn, you get to keep a little bit of it, not even the majority of it. That's not what this country was founded upon. And if the fucking taxes were brought in line to a free society where we had, let's say, 10% income tax and no tax on anything else, no sales tax, no property tax, no this tax, no that tax, and we fucking shrunk the government down to the size that it should be. See, we have the biggest government in the history of mankind right now in this country. That's why taxes are so high. Because they spend the money in ways that are not beneficial to us. And if we corrected all of that, I want you to really imagine your life, what it would look like if you only paid 10% of your income tax. What would your life look like? You'd be able to travel more. You'd be able to spend more time with your family. You wouldn't have to stress your fucking balls off to make your bills. We would actually have comfort and prosperity and more happiness and less mental health issues. Okay? You say, oh, businesses, they just take the money home. No, dude. Do you not understand how business works? The more people I employ and the bigger I make my company, the more money I make. Okay. So like it's
not opposite.
It's a give and take scenario. If I could fucking pay 10% tax or no tax, corporate tax, which is how it should be, I'm free to grow my company unencumbered, which means I can pay people more. I can create more jobs. I can grow. And like people don't think of the other side because they've never operated a business. They don't understand that if you sell one thing and you want to replace it with one and then buy another one to sell an inventory, that you got to pay tax on that. Okay. Like you don't get that. Businesses are the worst example of the tax system that there are. And the reason that the tax system is so oppressive is because they don't want people becoming wealthy enough to actually become people that can represent us in the government because they can finance themselves. That's the whole play. They want poverty. They want people struggling. They want you paycheck to paycheck because they know if you're paycheck to paycheck and you are completely unable to fucking think of anything other than just surviving, you certainly can't resist. That's the game. So, like, dude, we don't even have fucking freedom right now. And people need to wake up to that fact, dude. The fact that this man, going back to this topic here, the fact that this man who's supposed to be the president of the United States cannot ask actual questions that has to be pre-programmed and controlled, that should show you that this is all a facade. The president of a country should be able to answer any question given to him at any time about what's going on. That's why you're the president, bro. You know shit. Like, you have a strategy. You have a plan. Like, if someone came in here and said, hey, what about this with your company? Do you not think I could fucking answer it? I can answer it perfectly because I know exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, you actually do live Q&As with your employees.
Dude, every fucking other week.
You know what I'm saying?
So
it's
like, dude.
I can only imagine if we had to be like, okay, all right, Jicky, come on, you ask this question.
That's
Andy,
right.
This is the question.
That's correct.
No.
That would be the same thing. The same thing would be when I do my live Q&A with our fucking teams where they're able to ask anything about fucking anything.
Yeah.
Okay? It would be the same thing as me giving them pre-approved questions. You can only ask this question. That's what they're doing to us.
Bro, it's insane.
I know. But like, dude, most of these people can't recognize it because these people have executed the plan so good that people are so fucking caught up with the distractions, our cell phone, culture, Hollywood, music, keeping their kids in school, the crime that's going on, the inability to truly get ahead for the working class individual anymore. Like, think about the costs of housing, dude. Houses used to cost like 50 fucking grand. Okay. And when you look at the salaries that people made when houses were 100K, right? They're not that much better now, but housing prices have blown the fuck up. Mm-hmm. And the reason that these wage increases haven't followed the cost of living increases is because they've taxed us more as we've gotten further down the road, which creates a system where we have a hard time surviving. And that's what they want, because if we have a hard time surviving, then we can't pay attention to the fuckery that they're doing to us literally from every angle.
Well, and the more you make, the more you're taxed. Not like the percentage that you're taxed at with the tax brackets and shit.
Well, yeah, of course.
So it's all incentivized for you not to fucking join that.
Look, bro, they want your businesses to struggle because they want your businesses to be unable to fucking hire employees. Because if you can hire employees, you're providing careers. The more careers you provide, the less people are struggling out on the street, which is what the fuck they actually want. They want you so destitute and so poor. This is why communism intentionally makes the middle class and everybody else poor, because it's easy to control people who are distracted by the challenges of everyday life and survival. So like, dude, we have to wake up, dude. Like, I cannot be the only fucking human on the earth that sees what the fuck is going on. Like, dude, all of you guys, dude, I get stopped in the street, dude. When you guys say, thanks for what you're doing. That's what I hear the most of. Like, when we do cardio that one day and we did it out here in the front, we had 4 people that started. You know what they all fucking said? All of them. Thanks for everything you do. Thanks for everything you do. Well, motherfucker, put the show out there, dude. Like, let's actually fucking start to get some traction behind this. Because, dude, I know exactly how to fix this shit. And if politics is downstream of culture. If we can get enough people demanding the things I'm talking about, the politicians have to have it to get in office. They have to stand for those things. It's not politics creates the culture. It's the culture creates the politics, which is why there's a war on American culture right now. That's why I tell you the revolution that we need is a cultural revolution. Personal excellence should be the epicenter of that revolution, because if we all raise standards and we all become better and we all become more successful and healthier and more fit and more educated and better examples of people at our highest potential, other people witness that and they become the same way. And that creates a ripple effect that spreads. And when that ripple effect spreads, now we're in a situation where we've elevated everything and their games no longer work on our society. So like, dude, it's just like, we have to get together on this, man. Black, white, left, right, gay, everybody has to get it, because, dude, are you going to be arguing about the shit that you're arguing about when you can't fucking eat? You're not going to care. And they've got enough people in this country to that point where they have to struggle so fucking hard that they're incapable of understanding what's going on. That's why they come out and say obvious shit, like him saying, Do you want more freedoms or less freedoms? The average human that's struggling in that position hears that and be like, that sounds pretty good. I want to vote for that guy.
I want more freedom.
They have no fucking idea what's actually happening.
Yeah, man. Guys, tell us what you guys think in the comments. Let us know. Are you guys on the same page?
Listen, bro. We got to get rid of all these old fucks.
Yeah.
All these fucking 70, 80-year-old, 60-year-old, 70-year-old, 80-year-old fucks got to go. You say, oh, well, you've said before that you think those people are smart. I do think that. They have a lifetime experience, but you know what they also have? A lifetime of relationships and quid pro quos that they have to fucking abide by. You scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. And that's where all this corruption comes from. It comes from this man who's been in politics for 40-something fucking years, having all these relationships and leveraging them to get him to this point. Now he's paying back the favors by turning our country into a fucking shithole. I'm fucking tired of it.
Yeah. Dude, the term, the age at which a politician could be in office, it should not be 65. Any higher than whatever the national retirement age.
That's correct.
That's it.
That's
so
correct.
if we're setting retirement age at 65, that's all you fucking get. Because you cannot be in office at that age making fucking
not just
laws.
President.
No, senator, I don't give a fuck. You can't be fucking 80 years old, about to croak, making decisions that's going to affect people long after you're fucking
Bro,
gone.
these people, listen, bro, I'm friends with a couple senators, like good friends, okay? And I've got the real deal on what the fuck is going on up there. These people, they don't even know we exist. They don't even fucking think about it. They don't, like us, the peasants, the regular people out here in America, they think we're scum, bro. The only people that exist to them are the people that are fucking ultra rich, that have been around for a long time, that are in Washington, and they live in an echo chamber. They are totally misreading the public fucking interest. And by the way, they don't care. No. They don't fucking care to please us.
They're not trying to.
No, they don't care. It's nothing like that. Like, you guys are still under the mistake of thinking that these people actually care about you. They actually fucking see you as a nuisance. Why do you think they're talking about depopulating the world when every other person who's not affiliated with them says, actually, we have a population crisis. We're not having enough people. We don't have enough people to sustain society over the next, 100 years. And in 2 generations, our society is going to collapse because there's going to be no people in it.
Everybody's cutting their dicks off.
Well, that's partly true.
I mean, it's true. It's
not everybody, but there's all kinds of lifestyle choices that are being promoted to decrease population. And then you have people, like Bill Gates on stage talking about we can reduce the population by X percent if we introduce this vaccine or this and that. These people are dude, transsexual agenda, the gay agenda, the don't have kids until they're, don't have kids and the feminist agenda. Okay. Don't have kids, become a working woman. All of these agendas, their purpose. And by the way, I'm not arguing the merit of these things, okay? Like, I have no problem with fucking gay people. I have no problem with people that don't want to have kids. I don't have any fucking kids, okay? So I'm not we're not having that argument. What I'm saying is the reason those things are made popular is so that we have less fucking people, okay? So that's something that has been happening for a long, long time. And so when you ask, like, why would these people want less people if they actually care about us and love us? Wouldn't they want more people? See what I'm saying?
Makes you think, man.
No, dude. It's right there in front of our face. Nobody's critically thinking. And then then you've got all these black pillars out there that are like, yeah, but nothing's going to happen. Well, yeah, nothing happens because you don't fucking say anything, bro. Nothing happens because you continue to consume their content. You continue to consume their food. You continue to be lazy. You continue to be exactly what the fuck they want. Someone who's uneducated, someone who's entertained by fucking technology all fucking day and is not productive, somebody who's overweight and unhealthy, somebody who has no money, somebody who gets sick because I'm consuming all the easy access food. That's why they propagate obesity as this thing now. Like, it makes people complacent and it makes people subservient and it makes it easy to control them. And this is real shit. Like, can we please wake the fuck up to what's actually going on? I feel, dude, I get tired of coming in here talking about it.
I get it, man.
Dude, for real. I get tired of talking about it. Oh, what should I do? Well, I don't know. Maybe be the opposite of all of those things they want you to be. That's a good place to start. and then maybe connect with other people who are of the same mindset. And then maybe get engaged in your community and go to school board meetings and fucking reject this crazy shit that they're trying to do at every fucking contact point that exists. That's a good place to start. You could do that. Everybody listening here can do that. We can all do that. Fuck.
Yeah. Guys, that was our third and
Bro,
final.
the problem is people just want someone to ride in on a motherfucking horse and take care of the problem. That can't happen. It's not even, it's not that it won't happen. It cannot happen. It won't work. The only way this works is if everybody gets engaged in it. And if everybody gets engaged in it and says, you know what? They do want us fat. They do want us sick. They do want us on technology all day. They do want us complacent. They do want us poor. They fucking want that shit. And you know what? Fuck them. I'm going to be all that other shit. I'm going to be the opposite of that because I'm not creating another consumer supplicating, subservient slave for them. And if everybody just took up that attitude and got to work, bro, this shit would change real fucking fast.
Yeah. Well, guys, that was our third and final headline. It's time for our final segment of the show. As always, we have thumbs up or dumb as fuck. It's where we show an article, we talk about it. It'll get one of those two options. And with that being said, our thumbs up or dumb as fuck headline reads, City of Kyle in Texas to attempt world record for largest same name gathering, calling all Kyles.
Bro, we should sponsor this with our energy drink. I'm just saying.
So if your name is Kyle, consider making your way down.
Kyles love energy drinks, bro. But I don't think they love all energy drinks. I think they only love Monster.
Well, I got you.
All right. Am I stealing your joke that you thought about for 7 days? That ain't going to be funny anyway? I already fucking know. Isn't that what happened? I just stepped on man's toes.
Joe, delete that shit. So the article reads, if your name is Kyle, consider making your way down to Kyle, Texas this May. The city of Kyle, located 20 miles south of Austin, Texas, is attempting to break the Guinness World Record for the largest same-name gathering, Fox 4 News Dallas Fort Worth reported. On Sunday, May 21st, the city will need more than 2,325 Kyles in the city of Kyle at 4 p.m. in order to break the first-name-only same-name gathering record. Here's a video, I believe, from the mayor.
Hey y'all, I'm Kyle Park, and I'm here calling all Kyles to come to Kyle, Texas, where we'll attempt to break the world record of the most Kyles gathered ever.
Put out the Kyle whistle.
So the current...
I'm fucking going.
Are you going?
I'm fucking going.
All right.
This sounds like a good time.
I'm down with it.
I ain't never met a Kyle I didn't have fun with. That's a fucking fact. They've all been fun.
Yeah.
Might end up with a few holes in the drywall.
Might get arrested.
Yeah. Might get arrested. But I ain't gonna say it was a bad time.
So the current title holder is the town of, how do you pronounce that? Because it's Bosnian. Koski.
It's close.
It's located in Bosnia, in Herzegovina, right? According to Guinness World Records, the town saw 2,325 people named Ivan.
Ivan, not Ivan.
That's black in me. I can't help it.
Ivan. First of all, if there's 2,300 Ivans, somebody's getting their ass beat.
No shit.
Everybody that owes money is paying. Like everybody.
So those named Kyle who hope to
How many
attend...
fucking Adidas tracksuits do you think they had
bro.
there? This is in fucking Bosnia, and the dude's name were Ivan.
It was even.
No, it's,
what was I saying?
You said Ivan.
Ivan, yeah. Even.
Well, here in America, motherfucker, that's Ivan.
Yeah.
Ask any of those Kyles.
So those named Kyle who hope to attend are asked to gather at the Lake Kyle Park on the last day of the Kyle Fair, according to the event flyer titled The Gathering of the Kyles at the Kyle Fair, a Tex Travaganza. This will be the city of Kyle's fourth attempt at the record. There is no fee required to join. The only requirement is that the participant's name must be spelled like the city Kyle, K-Y-L-E.
None of those goofy spellings.
Well, they actually put in there various iterations of Kyle, such as Kyler, Keel.
You're not
Kylie,
in the club, bro.
Not accepted.
Yeah, you're not in the club.
And middle and last names will also not be accepted. Now, it is important to note there are a couple of sponsors for this event. You got Monster Energy.
Is it really?
No.
Oh, fuck, it should be. Should be.
Home Depot even joined in. They're donating drywall. So
I told you I ruined his joke. It's still funny though. It's still pretty funny.
Yeah. So City of Kyle calling a gathering of all the Kyles. Andy, what do we got on this?
I think I gotta go, bro. I gotta go. I gotta be an honorary Kyle. I promise you, it's gonna be fun,
bro. It'll be something. I know that.
Yeah. And by the way, no disrespect to my Bosnian people, bro. I love Bosnian people. I just wouldn't fuck with them.
There's probably, how do you pronounce the name?
Ivan.
There's probably an Ivan listening right now wearing an Adidas jumpsuit. Like,
listen, man, there's nothing wrong with Adidas jumpsuits. I'm just saying, like,
it's the thing.
You know, there's a reason y'all laughed. And it ain't because it's fucking wrong. Yeah, they are. And you look fucking good in it, dude.
I thought Bosnian people wear Puma.
No, that's the shoes. They wear Puma shoes, right?
No, I think it's Adidas stuff. Yeah.
All Adidas?
Yeah. You got to have the lines up and down the sleeves.
Yeah,
Like little navy blue with white.
Too.
Yeah, navy blue with white. That's what it's got to be.
You wear felines too, though, right?
So, dude, I just had a great idea. Like, they could have fucking Kyle Olympics.
Yeah, right. Who's the most Kyle?
Yes. And if you got Monster there and you got the drywall there, for real, dude, listen.
That's all you need.
No, listen. They could fucking shotgun. They could set multiple records here. Follow me. We could do the biggest shotgunning of a Monster energy drink that's ever happened at one time.
Simultaneously.
Okay. You could set that world record. And then you could also set the world record right after that. Like right after they shotgun, they all have drywall and they all punch a hole through it. And so, like, dude, you could literally set multiple world records. Like, you guys are shooting way too low, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's not enough for just Kyle's. Like, we could set the energy drink shotgun record and then the fucking holes in drywall record, which would be like probably a step above like Arkansas,
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
They're beating out Florida at that point.
Yeah.
Florida ain't got shit on that.
No, Florida, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Kyle's are gonna take it. It would be great.
I would be down to see it.
You know, you just got to think a little bigger. That's all.
That's it.
Follow your dreams.
Expand your goals. Well, thumbs up for the gathering of Kyles. You guys might see us down there.
Yeah, we'll be there.
So, guys, Andy, that is all I got, man.
All right, bro. Don't be a hoe.
Share the show.